Welcome, welcome. Mentalism, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, gender. Countdown initiated. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So if you pay attention, you will recognize we always understand the nature of something. The nature of cucumbers is to trellis, is to run and hang, because that's what it does. It will cling to something, and that's why you call it a vine, a runner. Yeah? It's a runner. That's its nature. So what do you do to optimize it? You trellis it. You put it up onto something so it can do what it is going to do, which is to run. And then the fruit, which is the cucumber, will hang. And you can just pick it nice and easy. So you see, you must know your nature. Your nature is to be habitual. Do the same thing the same way every time. And because you do the same thing the same way every time, you will always have the same predictable outcome. It will not be a mystery because there aren't any. And there won't be a surprise because there aren't any. So what is it that you are training yourself to do the same way every time? That's a question you have to answer. If we train ourselves to say, you know what, I can't do this, what is the outcome? We won't be able to do it because the habit dictates the outcome. So if you habitually say, I cannot, why would you be surprised when you do not? A lot of you do not believe me, but that's neither here nor there. When I tell you that things show up in the body as a result of a habit. Things show up in the body as a result of your habit. People can smoke for years. What do you think their lungs are going to be like? Congested. It won't be a surprise. You overeat, what is the outcome? Right? The habit is what dictates your outcome. So if the habit will dictate your outcome, what behaviors are you practicing? You see, that water does not run down the side of the mountain today and stop, or tomorrow and the day after and the whole week and stop. It runs all the time. So it tells you, because you're always persistent. Yes, you are. You are always persistent. You're always doing the same thing the same way every time. What is that? Persistence. So when it comes time to change, so that you can stop doing one thing and start doing another, why do we say, I can't do this? It takes too long. I'm not good enough. You see, what we get all emotional about it. Emotions are neither friend nor foe, but they are indicators of the habit. The emotion will follow the habit. Your emotion will follow your habit. This is why a habit behaves like it is the law, you know. It's not the law. It's subject to law. Because the habit does not just appear out of nowhere. A habit is a selected action that is done the same way every time. So how do you apply that to your life? By first recognizing the present habit that you do not want to do any more. What is it? See, and sometimes we can't even be honest with ourselves. We get emotional about it. Don't remove the emotion from the situation. Comprehend it. See what it's telling you. It's telling you every time you do this thing, you get this feeling. Every time you do this thing, you get this feeling. And because you do this thing and you get this feeling, automatically you do it, thereby you stop seeing it. It's autopilot now. But if you recognize something, autopilot is not hidden from you. So to change your life, we keep saying, but I have this condition. That's what we say. Angela, I got ADHD. Angela, I got OCD. It is just something that you have done the same way every time. And because you have done it the same way every time, it is autopilot and you persist in that behavior. So obviously, the way to change is to identify the present habit you no longer want to do. Have you found it yet? Did you see what it is? That makes you go, oh my God, why do I keep doing this all the time? Why does this always happen to me? That's how you know you found that habit. So now that you've found the habit, are you going to get mad? Why in the hell would you get mad? Why? Why would you get upset? You've just found the thing that has been causing you great distress, and you're going to get mad? Chad, this is the time to throw confetti. Throw the confetti and go, ooh, I found it. Now, what do I want to replace it with? Take your time with that step. What do you want to replace it with? Because remember, whatever you replace it with is what you will persistently do. So you got to make sure that what you are choosing to be persistent in is what you will be pleased with. Anxiety, depression, all the same thing. Panic, all the same thing. Nothing is happening to you on the outside. But you see, the habit of thinking in a pattern, in a fear-filled pattern, brings about panic, brings about the anxiety, and it also brings about the depression. Why can't I change? There comes, when you look at the action that is being done the same way every time, you know the outcome of that action. And depending on the intensity of that action, you could become reclusive and not leave your house just because in your mind's eye, you have practiced being afraid. If you practice being afraid, what is the outcome? Things to be persistently afraid of. So how does one practice courage? So if fear makes you freeze, courage moves you. So move, do something. If you say, I can't talk to people, I wouldn't even know what to say. Hi, my name is, Eminem taught you what to say. Hi, my name is ... And just answer the questions as they are asked of you. That is how you talk to people. You just walk up there. And everybody's just milling about anyway. Say, hi. Hi, what? Hi, my name is. You introduce yourself. This is how you talk to people. My name is ... Someone would say, well, how are you? You say, oh, I am well, or I'm fine, or I'm okay. Things could be better. You just answer the question, and then a conversation ensues. Thereby now, if you're practicing the courage, what happens to fear? It dissipates, and you didn't have to force it away. You didn't have to do anything to push against it. You just simply turned your attention towards courage. So if you turn your attention towards being courageous, then your actions are going to match. And at first, it will feel kind of funny. At first, it will feel scary because you're doing something you've never done before. But here is what you must grasp. When you know that you are doing something that you've never done before, so long as you make that thing a habit by doing it the same way every time, what did you do? You learned and you practiced something new, thereby becoming persistent at it. That's it. So step 1, identify the present habit. You do not judge the habit, oh dear God. Don't be looking in the mirror talking about, loser, look at you. Everybody else is ahead of you, and oh, you still here, you still this, you still single, look at you, you 50. Oh, who's gonna want you now? Oh, God. That is not how you talk to yourself. You remind yourself that, oh, I know what a habit is. And a habit will always make me persistent, which means I'll always be successful. So what habit do I want to do? Because that's step 2. What habit do I want to do? Ooh, you know what? I can totally see myself getting up and doing this thing every day. Oh, yes, I can. Well, I'm going to practice. Because no time like the present. I want to be doing it for a long time, so let me practice. So I just get real good at it. Because I know what I practice, I'll become. And that is my nature, to be habitual and to be persistent. So I'm going to persist in this. See, there's a level of excitement that comes from that now. Why would a level of excitement come from that? Because you don't have to remain as you are. You don't. So practice. What are you going to practice? See, now when we do that, right? The outcome, watch it. The habit, same thing, same way every time. Habit makes you persistent and you're predictable, right? Yeah, you're predictable. You are. What do you think your manifested life will be? The habit. So you want to manifest something? You are always manifesting something because of the habit that you have. It must always show itself in your world. That is what to manifest means, to show itself. To go from invisible, which is in the mind's eye, to being visible. You never have to figure out what to do. The habit will tell you what to do. You see, we are always being told what to do by our habits. If you pay attention, you'll see it. You're always being told what to do because of your habit. If your habit is to walk around in a state of insecurity, right? You will do actions that show your insecurity. Where you going? How long you going to be? Who you going with? Oh, that's insecurity. You walk around with the attitude of, oh, I really need to be liked, man. Uh, I gotta fit in. I've been on the outside so long. I just really want them to like me. So what will you end up doing? Things that you think you want to do because you're driven by the habit of must be liked. So it manifests in your life. How? As a people pleaser. Nobody wants me. I'm not pretty. I'm not handsome. I'm going to be single forever. What does that habit cause you to do? It causes you to meet people that will leave your life because you're walking with the habit that says nobody wants me. I'm not good enough. I'm not pretty. I'm not handsome. There's no good women in the world. There's no good men in the world. So how are you going to meet them if your attitude is what it is? Your habitual attitude. So how do you change that? How do you change it? Well, you look at the experience. People leave. So you want them to do what? Stay. You can't force anybody to stay. But what you do is you create within yourself a space that allows people to stay. You're the one who has to change. Oh, don't step on bunions today, Angela. Too late. There's none to change but the self. You dig a trench to divert the water will change its direction because it needs to follow its habit, which is to flow without obstruction. And so long as a trench is there, that water is going to follow the trench. Water is very predictable. So whatever that inner attitude is that you have been doing habitually, how do you change it? Identify it. You got to see it for what it is first. If people are always leaving your life, it's not because you're undesirable. It's because you are afraid of being alone. That which you fear comes upon you. That is the principle of correspondence, as within, so without. So you create within yourself the habit of enjoyment. Because that's what companionship does. It's enjoyable. What does it look like in real time? In real time, it looks like, oh, I'm going to go out and just have a good time. I'd like some ice cream today. Let me just go and have some. I know I'm not going to be happy 100% of the time. But what am I anchored to? I'm anchored to the fact that, you know what? If I build this habit, I'm going to do it. So what I'm doing is building the habit of being outgoing, of going outside, of mingling. That's all I'm doing. So that if I do this thing, if I am I excited and I go out and I do these things, naturally if I go out, I'm going to meet people. And naturally, if I'm, a little bit relaxed, I'll have an easy conversation. Yeah, I'm going to go do that. I'm going to do it Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You just go and you do. Because your nature is to make the habit. And the habit will dictate your actions. You don't have to figure out what your actions will be. Just make the habit. This is why when Neville Goddard says to you that creation is done, this is what he's talking about. When he says to you that your inner conversation is what molds and shapes your experiences, this is what he's talking about. The habit that you do all the time forms your personality as a result.